News 10 ABC has been dedicated to following this story. We have team coverage of Lewis's arrest. Heather Kovar is with us live in the studio with more on Lewis's history. But first, we want to hear from Lindsay Nielsen, joining us live from Fort Edward. She spoke with witnesses as Lewis did all he could to avoid capture. Lindsay?
Lydia, that's right. Neighbors here still very rattled by this. They tell me some of them saw and heard his car coming down here at this dead end on Edward Street. That vehicle then crashing into the Hudson River at this spot. You can take a look at that right here. Neighbors tell me they thought they were coming outside to help a victim in this crash, but things turned dangerous, they say, and they quickly realized that Lewis did not want their help at all. This is video taken by neighbor Brian Mosier showing the aftermath of a manhunt for 26-year-old Gregory Lewis that ended in this quiet Fort Edward community Tuesday night. Police say Lewis fled from officers trying to pull him over. It was the 911 call shortly after officers lost sight of Lewis that led them to the wanted fugitive. Edward Street neighbors Jennifer Burnett and Mosier say they heard a car crash. Authorities say Lewis's Jeep landed here in the Hudson River. Police say Lewis allegedly pulled a weapon on this neighbor, Chris Deal, who was attempting to assist Lewis out of the water.
He jumped down to try to help him out of the water, and that's when he was like pushing him away, saying, "No, I'm going to jail, I'm going to jail." And I was still on the phone with 911 at the time and had just hung up with them, and everybody started screaming, "He's got a gun."
When I heard gun, I came back in my house until I was sure it was safe to come back out again.
Lewis took off into this neighborhood and eventually, as we know now, was arrested by police. Now, coming up, I spoke with that neighbor who says he was held at gunpoint, and we'll tell you more about that. Police say they have found a weapon. They did find a weapon when they arrested Lewis. Much more on this coming up at 5. Live in Fort Edward, Lindsay Nielsen, News 10 ABC.